Hola, senors! It is I, Senor Batman, and I am here with your Week 7 wrap-up, your Week 8 preview show. It is already Week 8, so we are going to get through this quickly. You know, my allergies are out the ass, my throat hurts, my nose, but I am here. I did not take a week off. I am here to serve you your wrap-up and your preview show. Alright, so, big week. Week 7 is in the books. That is halfway through the season. 7 more weeks to go. We start the next half of the season this week. But first, let's see what happened in week 7. First up, so I'm not going to go really deep dive right now because I want to go a little bit deeper into kind of the first half of the season. So, week 7, we had Tinker McTinkerton versus Slay C Slayers. An absolute beatdown, 135.58 to 85.60. Just an absolute decimation of Mr. Slay City. Both teams are now 4-3. Next, actually, I will go a little deeper. Let's not be too crazy. Jameer Gibbs had 30 points. Kyron Williams in his first week with the team, 19.6. 17-4 for A.J. Brown. Just solid weeks all around, but really Denver defense, 20 points. Although Dicker did get 22 points from Mr. Lasky, wasn't enough to get him a victory, mainly because Mostert didn't do shit, nor did Jaden Reed, nor did Likely, nor did Neighbors, you see there's a trend there. So Tinker gets the victory. Next up, Bohack's Pit, absolute decimation and just changed his name. Bohack's Pit gets the victory. 151.94 to 67.62. He is no longer here so he does not get fined. He is Fear Boner. Takes a big loss. What happened? You only got 67 points. Zach Charbonnet, still in the starting lineup, still doing nothing. 1.4 points. 3.9 from Xavier Worthy. 1.9 from Xavier Legate. JSN only 3.8. Jalen Waddle 1.6. Trevor Lawrence was his highest scorer other than his defense. So it's like, just nuts. And then meanwhile, on this other side, 44 from Jackson, 23 from Breece Hall, 17 from Josh Jacobs. Just great week from Mr. Bohack. Big score for him. He is still doing good. He had 5-2. Fear Boner goes to 4-3. Next up, Bijan Badness continues his march to the playoffs. 113.76 beats Bill Cosby's 90.84 points. What happened? Well, a big problem was C.J. Stroud. Usually he gets 15 or more. He only gets 5. That's 10 points right there. 3.5 from Ramondre Stevenson. Great week from Bigsby. You got to like that, but only 0.3 from Devonta, right? Yeah, Devonta Smith. Stephon Diggs, 4.8. Njoku, not the worst. Not great. But, when you got players that are just underperforming, he had no Olave. He had no, Etienne was, I think, out last week. So, I don't know. But, meanwhile, Bijan Badness, Jalen Hurts had a good game. Bijan, Higgins, he had some good players going off. And he gets the victory. Next up, I Am the Liquor versus High Quality H2O. That is some low quality H2O with only 77.18 points. I Am the Liquor, 120.62. Just gets an absolute decimation. Squeaking wing. He had his least squeaky wins. Not this week. Big win. Big win, in fact. 40 points almost. Or actually, yeah, over 40 points. So anyways, what happened? Well, Derrick Henry and Josh Allen happened for one. And over on this side, Tank Dell, Goose Egg. 2.9 from Kirk. 5 from, just this. But you'll see in week 8, he got some players back as we are going now. But I Am the Liquor gets the victory. Next up, McLovin versus Pute du Flexions. Or some shit. McLovin with the low score beatdown. And I say low score because he scored under 100. but still got a beat down, 98.76 to 52.54. What happened? Well, for the winning side, not a lot. I mean, Jameson Williams didn't do shit. I mean, really didn't have anyone like go insano, right? I mean, no one really. I mean, you guess you could say Najee and Kyle Pitts did pretty good. Aaron Jones, I mean, okay, nothing crazy, which is why he had 98. But what happened to Pute? They do flexions. I'm like stuttering over here. I'm so crazy. Well, Jaden Daniels got hurt, so he only got 5.24. Joe Mixon, 25.4. You love that. But he also started the backup running back for Houston for some reason. Only 0.2. 1.8 from Gabe Davis. Nothing from Jordan Whittington. You know, George Kittle, okay. Marlon Harrison did nothing. Mooney, okay. Kicker did nothing. Defense, negative points. Just an absolute trash week. Just garbage. Just fucking pure shit. McLovin moves to 3 and 4. Putain, they do flexions to 2 and 5. And last but not least, pretty big beatdown from Damn Daniel. So you like that? 137.84 to 91.26. What happened? Well, he started Mahomes again. That's what happened. Only 12 points. Burrow only had 18.94, but that's okay. Walker and Barkley both did solid. Kamara and Mason did about the same. But Josh Downs, 1 catch for 3 yards only, 0.8 points. Metcalf had a good game before he got hurt. Judy only got 2.3. You would thought he would have done more with no Cooper, but he did not. Mike Evans got hurt in the game, I think, twice. He only got 9 points. He started Colby Parkinson for 4.2. McBride only got 7 points. So just a little bit, death by 1,000 cuts a little bit. But then you get down here. Brian Thomas, 19.6 points. Super good week. Kicker and defense, just really good weeks there as well. And Damn Dales gets the victory to go to 4 and 3. You like that to 3 and 4. So let's take a look at the standings. In first place, all alone at 6 and 1. I am the liquor. Next up is Bohex Pitt and Bijan Badness at second and third place, both 5 and 2. Then you got Tinker McTinkerton and Damn Daniels as your 2 last 4 and 5 seed. Teams on record at 4 and 3, but also at 4 and 3 is Slacy's Slayers and Fearboner. And then you've got 3 and 4. You've got You Like That and McLovin, Putain de Duflexiones and Pill Cosby at 2 and 5. And high quality Ishuo cannot get a victory to save his life. He's also had the most points scored against them. Most points scored currently is still Tinker McTinkerton. But who would be that 6th seed? Well, it would be Slacy Slayers because he has the most points of the bottom 7 teams. So you can kind of see who the favorites are, who's not. Now, there's still 7 games. All of that can be done, that's been done, can be undone. Injuries, a lot of stuff can happen. But, you know, I'm Laker at 6 and 1, you know, looking like he's going to make the playoffs. He's on the way. Bohex Pitt, Bijan Badness have been very, very solid this year. Look like they could make the playoffs. Bohex Pitt is actually inching closer to Tinkerton's points. And I'd say Tinker with his points, obviously. And Damn Daniels has been pretty good lately. After the first couple weeks, he kind of had a slow start, but he got going. Both those teams have been pretty good. So really that 6th seed is kind of up for grabs. Really all of it's up for grabs. But those top 5 teams right now, they kind of feel like the favorites. But Slacy Slayer, if he could turn it around a little bit, I feel like he's been having a little bit kind of down weeks lately. If he can get that turned around, he might be all right. Same thing with Fearboner. He was atop the standings a few weeks ago, and he's just kind of fallen off completely. You like that, you know, getting Cooper Kupp back and some of the players he had hurt back. Christian McCaffrey maybe in a few weeks. That will help him as well. So, in Sacco Watch, it's got to be high-quality H2O. Granted, he is getting players back. High-quality H2O might be a guy that, how do you put this? So, basically, he's going to start shitty. But maybe he'll get into the playoffs. He'll get those players that were hurt back. And he will just persevere and get those victories, you know? So, I guess we'll see. Let's get to the Week 8 preview. Let's see how it's all going to shake out. I'm going to start from the bottom. let's just start out with this matchup. So, I am the Liquor versus Putain de Duflexions. They are projecting this to be a squeaky one again for I am the Liquor to get the victory. 111.85 to 107.59. Let's take a look. Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels, if he plays. Now, granted, here's the thing. So, I guess we'll see. They're saying that he's expected to practice tomorrow, so we'll see. But against that Bears defense is pretty good. I don't know if he's going to have some crazy week. You never know, though. He is very, very good. But if they both play, another thing Daniels you got to worry about is it's probably a pain management thing. Not to mention, he can always re-injure it. He gets sacked, gets hit on a run, whatever it is. The wrong hit could make him not feel good. So, that's interesting. But anyhow, wait, what did he say? Okay, so he's taking a chance there for right now. But anyways, Allen Daniels, man. I'm going to take Allen, but it's only because Daniels is hurt. If he wasn't hurt, I'd still would take Daniels. Henry, Connor, Mixon, Brooks. If Brooks play and actually gets some of the run against that vaunted Denver defense, I don't think he's going to do so hot, but they say only 5.53, so. But regardless, give me Henry and Connor. St. Brown, Pittman, Johnston, Moore. Give me Brown. Ooh. This one's closer than I thought. And the reason why it's closer is that Pittman is nothing. Just look at this. 7.8 last week. Look at these weeks. All these weeks with the shitty scores, right? All the less than those are all with Richardson, who is playing. Johnston is kind of, he's okay. He's not like anything, he's fine. Like he's kind of the same thing. So Babe and Pittman kind of cancel out, and then Moore against Washington should be very good. So I'm actually gonna go Johnston Moore. I can't believe I'm saying that, but St. Brown against that Tennessee pass defense should be pretty locked down, you would think, but we'll see. Laporta, Kittle, give me Kittle. Jennings, Irving, Harrison, Mooney, give me Harrison, Mooney. Koo, Zerline, Koo, and then nothing crazy really there. Maybe Jets a little bit, but they kind of played like shit last week. I can't believe. Well, and then who would he start if not? I mean, I guess he could start Jerome Ford. He could start Wilson. I don't know. He should probably be a little more active on the getting someone else. But anyways, I'm gonna go. This is an upset. I feel this is definitely an upset. We got a 6-1 team versus 2-5. The 2-5 team is projected to lose. Granted, close, but I think Putain de Duflexions is gonna get the victory. I think Jaden Daniels plays and he's going to go ball out. Now, here's the thing. He does not have a quarterback. If Daniels does not play. So, he better hope Daniels plays, otherwise he's going to have to go pick someone up. But if Daniels plays and is actually good enough to play and is going to be all right, he's going to play the whole game, then give me Putain. Next up, Fearboner versus Bijan Badness. Bijan Badness is projected to win 119.12 to 105.23. Bijan is 5-2. Fearboner is 4-3. Let's take a look. Prescott against San Francisco. Give me Hurts. Achane and Dowdle versus Robinson Montgomery. Give me Robinson Montgomery. We got Waddle, Lamb, Adams, Higgins. I'm gonna go Waddle, Lamb. Kmet, Ingram. Man, that's a tough one because Ingram usually gets a lot of volume. He didn't last week. But Kmet against that Washington defense, again, that's a good matchup. I'm going to go Ingram, but it's close. JSN Worthy, Cooper Sutton. You know what? Give me Cooper Sutton. Kickers. We got Jury, Duty, Aubrey, and McPherson. Honestly, don't see a really clear advantage. And then Chicago versus Washington. Houston versus Indy. Kind of a wash unless Marcus Mariota plays. Then I'd say a little bit edge to Chicago. So, with that being said, give me Bijan Badness. I think it will be close, though. I don't think this is a I know Fearboner's been falling off, but it's not. I think this week he will have a good showing with Bijan Badness, but Bijan Badness will just be a little bit better. Next up, Bill Cosby, high quality show, battle of the brothers, who both have been kind of shit as of like the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks. I mean, well, high quality show is 0-7, but they are projecting high quality show to win 113.06, get his first victory against his own brother, 104.67. Let me take a water drink and we will go from there. Okay, Purdy, Stroud. I'm actually going to take Stroud here. And let me tell you why. I know he's been kind of crappy, but that Indy defense, week 1 he faced them. Now, granted, it was with Nico Collins, but he got 22 points. I think he'll be good enough to get him around 20 points. And Purdy against Dallas with no Ayuk, with a Debo that should be playing maybe, but he's coming off of being pneumonia. Like, I don't even know. So give me Stroud. Cook, Pollard, Brown, Bigsby. Give me Cook and Pollard. Jefferson, Puka, Smith, Diggs. Oh, that's a tough one. And I'm actually going to say, man, that's tough. That's a really close one. So I'm just going to say push. I could definitely see how it would go one way or the other, but I kind of wanted to say Jefferson, Puka, but I don't want the fact that they're playing to bias it, so I'm going to say push. Frymuth, Njoku, give me Nojoku. Del, Algier, Flowers, Olave. Give me Flowers, Olave. Kickers, whatever. Defenses, honestly, whatever to that too. I kind of like the Chargers a little bit more, but they're both good matchups. So, with that being said, I think High Quality Show gets his first victory. I think the spots where I thought that he was worse, it wasn't like insane. So, give me High Quality Show to get his first victory of the season, and Bill Cosby's luck to continue to falter. Next up, Stacey Slayers, McLovin. They are projecting McLovin to get absolutely, completely decimated. I need to look why. Oh, it's because he still has Jamison Williams in, who is suspended. So hopefully he changes that before the Sunday night game, which we will just go forward as he is going to start by Rome Odunze. Or no, you'll start George Pickens. He should start. Definitely starting George. He hasn't set his lineup yet. So we'll just go through it as it is. Love, Herbert. Give me Love. Give me Love by 100. White, Mostert, Hubbard, Jones. Give me White and White and Mostert just because of the matchups. Neighbors, Reed, Williams, Addison, which is actually, we already said Pickens, Addison. Give me Reed and Neighbors. Ferguson, Pitts. Give me Pitts. Taylor, Johnson, Harris, Robinson. Give me Taylor and Johnson. Kickers, whatever. Defenses, I'm assuming he's going to change that at some point. But KC against Las Vegas should be pretty solid. I don't think he'll be able to find anything better. Yeah, I think Stacey Slayers is going to get a beatdown regardless. Now, I could be wrong. He might be starting Caleb Williams, and I'd like that better, I think. But Love is going to have such an insanely good week, it won't matter. So we're going to move on. Bohax Pitt, you like that? They are projecting Bohax Pitt to get a pretty good victory, 125 to 109. Jackson, Mayfield, gotta go Jackson. Mayfield should be better than what he had with Mahomes, but losing both his receivers right as he made that trade does not help him. Hall, Jacobs, Walker, Kamara. I'm going to go Hall and Jacobs, but it's close. Next up, Chase, McLaurin, Downs, Allen. Give me Chase, McLaurin. Kincaid, Andrews. Kincaid by a little bit. Samuel, Robinson, Cup, Dobbins. Give me Cup and Dobbins. Kickers, whatever. Defenses, both pretty solid. I like Green Bay a little bit more. Yeah, I think Bohax Pitt gets the victory. I don't think there's no... whatever. Anyhow, yeah, so I think Bohax Pitt gets a victory. He's been on a roll lately, and you can see why looking at his team. Last but certainly not least, Tinker McTinkerton, damn Daniels, Your 4th and 5th seeds currently both at 4 and 3. Big matchup. They are projecting Tinker to be the high score, 134.01 to 118.87. So both higher scores projected. This should be a barn burner. You got quarterbacks. He traded this week for Tua Tagovailoa. He is starting him against Joey Burrow. Give me Joe Burrow, though. Gibbs, Kyron, Barkley, Mason. Maybe the slightest, and I mean this in the definition of the word, slightest edge to Barkley and Mason. Just because Gibbs is against Tennessee. Now, they did trade. Tennessee did trade away one of their better defensive players. So maybe Gibbs will be better than you think. But I'm going to give a slight edge to Barkley and Mason. Brown, Hill, McMillan, Thomas. Give me Brown, Hill. Bowers, McBride. I'm going to take Bowers. He's getting all the work. London, Hunt, Swift, Williams. Give me London, Hunt. McLaughlin, Siebert. Don't see any really clear advantage there. Now, granted, Atlanta is a really good matchup. Last time he went there, he had 16 points. Doesn't matter. And then you got Denver and Detroit. Denver is going against Bryce Young. I got to give the slight edge. But Detroit should minimize that damage. So, yeah, I think Tinker gets the victory. I don't think it's going to be an absolute beatdown. I think Sunday Night Football is going to be very interested with Mason. You know, he's got, let's see. Yes, he's got Mason, so that's it. But I think it's gonna be close enough that Mason could do it. Like, if he has a really good game, Mason could probably get the win for Dan Daniels. But we will see. And with that, my friends, here comes the book. That, my friends, is your week 8 preview show. All right, so that is all I have for you this week. Should be a great week of fantasy football. A lot of, honestly, just to go back real quick, I'm just going to look, I won't go back to the screen, but, you know, that last matchup was 2 4-3 teams. Boax Pitt is facing You Like That, who's 3-4. Slay City and McLovin are 1 win apart. High Quality Show and Bill Cosby are kind of 2 teams that have been bad luck this year. You know, one of them's going to get a victory, and maybe that's enough to boost them. Fear Boners 4-3. I mean, all these matchups, other than I'm the Liquor and Putain de Du Flexions, is really 2 teams that are relatively close in the standings there. So, I don't know. We will see. But that is what is it. We will talk again for the Week 8 wrap-up, and then we will move to the Week 9 preview show. But that's next week. But until then, good luck and adios!